I'm very happy to be able to be with all of you at this time to talk about a very significant area and issue that faces us in the Diocese of Monterey and in many dioceses as well, and that is human trafficking. When I came to the Diocese of Monterey 6 years ago, I became aware about the incredible tragedy that we have in human trafficking. And I believe that once we are able to confront this problem, and now together, especially with the Diocese of San Jose, we have bonded together to be able to confront this issue in our society. It is the new slavery, as many of you have read and know about. And I'm very encouraged by our work in this area to make sure that this does not occur in the future. So many of our young people, so many of our women are affected by this in so many different ways in our area. And I think it's crucial for us as a Roman Catholic Church to confront this problem of human trafficking. I'm very much aware of those who are collaborating with us in these efforts, and I hope and pray that together we will make a difference. That's why I'm so grateful that we have the opportunity to speak to you today about the importance of this matter for all of us.
I can't get you everything tonight. I need another week.
I told you, everything tonight. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, you did. But that's impossible for me to do.
Then we have a problem.
I'll do whatever else, okay? I swear to God, I'll do whatever else you want me to do. Anything. Please. Please. Just let me work it off.
You want to work?
Yeah. I'll do anything you want me to do, all right? Just let me work this off.
Okay. I think I can find something for you. I'll call you in an hour.
Oh, thank you, man. You don't know how much it's... Yeah.
You need to pick up a girl and take her to the address she gives you. After she's done, you take her back to the place where you picked her up. You understand? You do this until she makes enough to pay off your debt.
Okay. What do I do when we get there?
You just wait in the car and make sure she comes out alive.
Sure. Sure, I can do that.
I believe we're looking at the new slavery within our country and within our world because it is an international problem and it's affecting every nation. But in particular, I guess my experience has been an awful lot with the human labor trafficking. And I really do see that as a slavery. And it's all types, whether it be agricultural, working in the fields, or whether it's people in domestic situations, taking care of people's homes and so forth. But again, the trafficking is happening at a very early age. In other words, those being sold, if you will, are very young. And I think this is a grave problem that we have to face in this nation, and certainly we have to as a faith community.
The man we'll call Miguel was one of the people who ended up a slave picking origin.
And when I came here, I earned nothing. It was a false dream. In the end, I was here working, and I was a slave.
His 6-year-old son had cancer. Miguel couldn't afford the medicine, so he headed for the border. He could make more money in one day working for minimum wage than he could working all week in Mexico. He borrowed $300 and left his family in hopes of saving them.
And I figured that when I came here to the U.S., I would work and pay off the debt.
Miguel met his new boss.
That's when he said, if any of you assholes try to leave without paying back your ride, that's when I'm really gonna fuck you up.
Miguel slept here. 6 men were crammed into each room, hidden in plain sight between a resort and a highway. On payday, his bosses, the Ramos family, subtracted inflated charges for rent and transportation, leaving just enough to buy food. Migrant farm workers travel from job to job on an informal network of vans. In the spring of 2000, some men attacked these vans and started beating the drivers with pistols.
There were three Ramoses together beating the van owner on the ground, and when he fell to the ground, they started kicking him. He said, "You're the one who's taking our people," and he hit the van driver. He said, "Nobody move, nobody say anything, and if you move, and if you try to talk to the police, I'll kill you."
The life of a migrant farm worker is tough, even when slavery is nowhere in sight. During the picking season, workers are up before dawn trying to get a job. Labor contractors or middlemen hire pickers by the day and bus them to and from the fields. Organizers say the lack of basic protections for migrant farm workers opens the door to even worse abuses, like slavery. This is a surveillance operation in the strawberry fields of northern San Diego County.
I count about anywhere from 10 to 15 girls.
The officers think these young girls have been trafficked into the United States from Mexico.
The traffickers are very manipulative. They'll lie to them, promise them good jobs, but once they get over here, they find themselves being forced into a prostitution.
For the girls, the United States is a dream gone wrong. In minutes, they've changed from typical schoolgirl clothes into miniskirts and high heels. A lookout appears to give the thumbs up. Migrant workers leave a nearby parking lot, headed toward the girls. Some sort of exchange is made. One of the girls follows a man into the bushes. They have sex in plain view.
They're brought into the United States and they're basically, kept captive. It's modern day slavery what's going on.
Slavery is about one person controlling another person using violence, or maybe the threat of violence, paying the person absolutely nothing, and then using that situation to exploit them economically, to make money off them.
There are 27 million slaves in the world today. At least 10,000 of them live in the United States.
And at this time, I'd like to introduce to all of you Carissa Phelps, who was a victim and now a survivor of human trafficking. An incredible young person who has a great story to tell us about her own life and how it has changed.
I was 12 years old. I was homeless, living on the streets. I had no idea what an easy target I was. I didn't even know, even being a survivor, how many other girls it was happening to. A child who's been kidnapped and tortured needs services and resources. They need to be rescued. Instead, we charge kids with solicitation. We charge kids with prostitution. These people that do these crimes stay on the street and the girls get locked up. They're not a prostitute, they're not a hooker, they're not a hoe, they're a kid. When I was 12 and on the streets, I didn't think I could do anything. It took somebody telling me that I had potential, somebody saying to me, I see more in you, I see that you could do more. In 2007, I graduated with a joint JD MBA from UCLA. All I want to know is that I go into a community and when I leave, there's an opportunity for it to be different for the kids that are on the street. That's why I speak, because there's someone in the audience that's going to be that person that's going to change things in that community. My job is when I see a young woman who's in that position where I was, for me to tell her, I'm looking at my past and you're looking at your future. The reason for this introduction to human trafficking for the church is it's not about saying that we don't do anything. It's about highlighting more of what we can do and really pointing to examples of people who are doing it right so that more people can be inspired, more people can have a roadmap to freedom and have an expectation for freedom when they come to the United States or when they're born here in the United States. To be enslaved when you are a human being, when you're a child of God, as the bishop put it through scripture, to be enslaved is just the greatest loss, because you no longer can make a choice.
Not too many people know that it's happening, maybe right in their backyards. And I think we have to do a better job of educating our people, informing our people.
Every single person that can be a part of this solution, who has the calling to be a part of this solution, who feels it on their heart to be a part of this solution, is a part of this solution. And we need you. We need your eyes. We need your ears. We need your hearts. We are so interconnected, and when one of us are not free, when one of us are not free to make a choice about their lives, about their day-to-day, about their own safety, their own well-being, their own living conditions, and what they'll do when they don't have that power anymore, it takes away power from all of us as a whole. It takes away the power of our church. It takes away the power of our message. And every time we ignore it, every time we overlook it, it takes away the power of what we can have together.
All of these issues are interrelated. So it's wonderful that you're caring about abortion. It's wonderful that you're caring about, let's say another issue of sexuality, of stem cell research or anything like that. But you also have to see the reality that's happening around us in human trafficking and those imprisoned falsely. All of those we have to care about. These are the issues of our church. So I believe that these are the issues we have to face as a community, and I thank you for participating in this with us.